with another video. What I'm going to try to do now for you all is a thing that I want to implement on my channel. Hopefully I can do it for the whole month, or you know, give some videos, some insights. It's going to be a college segment. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to talk about college, so that's going to range from different tricks and tips. Also, pretty much like my experience, after college. So this is what these videos are going to be about, the college experience. That's what we'll call this, pretty much segment or playlist, whatever you want to call it. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to apply for school. So pretty much like what you need for school, like when you apply. So how the application works, how FAFSA works, how personal statements work, all of that good stuff, because let me tell you, I'm gonna help you get into school, okay? So here we go, we're gonna get started. So first, just some background about me. I did graduate college. I went to UC Irvine, for those who know, and I graduated in 2019, class of 19. But yeah, so I know a lot of, I guess you say I know experience about graduating college and how applications work. Just letting you know, I did transfer, so I did put in 2 applications before. So let me tell you, I got experience. Okay. And if y'all hear background noise, I'm sorry about that. You know, there are people also that live here too with me, so they're gonna talk loud. But anywho, so background about me. Also, I was able to work with admissions, so I do kind of know like how that kind of works too, you feel me? So I got experience, I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm trying to spill all my knowledge for y'all. So how are we gonna we're gonna start. First things first, the application. So for UC schools, this is University of California schools, because I am based in California. I'm gonna be talking more probably about California schools, just sorry. If you're not from California or you want to go to a different university, but I'll talk about other universities too. But for UC schools, the deadline is November 30th. Also for California state universities, the deadline is November 30th as well. So this means y'all need to have your applications in early. I tell people, always have your application done the week before the deadline, because that week you can then edit, make the adjustments that you need to make, proofread, reread, look at your application before you send it in. Also, send in your applications 2 days before the deadline, people. Why? Because the application site will crash. I have seen it crash on people. That last day, everybody's on that website. So you want to make sure that you get in your application before the website crashes. Like you put all this extra work, effort in. Don't just do it last minute. Like, I really don't like that. That really irritates me when people do it last minute. Like, be proactive, get it done early, make sure all your stuff is in before the week of the deadline, and then make sure you submit your application 2 days before the deadline is due. Now for other schools, I know USC, they do their deadlines a little bit later, and a lot of out-of-state universities in my state, California, so like Boston, Howard, HBCUs, they do their applications maybe like their deadlines like in January, but most schools' deadline is no later than like February, I want to say. So don't quote me if I'm wrong, but most schools are like February, the latest. So make sure that you get your application in, okay? Because that's very important. You want to go to school, right? Okay. Next, what should go on the application? So pretty much, you're going to be filling out an application. You're going to first put about your background. You're going to put all of your transcript information. Don't lie. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all, when you put all the information down about your grades and everything, you cannot lie. Do not lie. Like, they're going to ask you for your transcripts. So make sure that you don't lie on the information. Like, be honest, be truthful, be who you are. The next thing that they're gonna ask you is the next thing you're gonna have to do is a personal insight question or a personal statement. This is like where we get to nitty gritty. Personal statements. I help so many people write their personal statements. Not I had written their personal statements, but I help people, you know, how to write their personal statement, and I've edited so many personal statements. So I have a lot of experience in this, and I would like to say that the people that I've helped, they got into the schools that they wanted because of Mo's help with their personal statements. So this is the main thing. When your personal statements, number 1, make sure that you are following the prompt, okay? This is so important. The question that they're asking, make sure you follow it, okay? Make sure you answer the whole question and the question, okay? Sometimes we are so like, don't know how to write about ourselves. Like, it's very hard for us to write about ourselves, write about our experiences, write about when we need to write. So you need to make sure that you write about the question. Like, don't write about something else. Like, don't put too much fluff in it, which is another thing. Number 2, like, make sure that it's straight to the point. Yeah, to have a little bit of background to like lead into what the question is about, but make sure it's not so much stuff, like irrelevant stuff. Like, it's just becomes a lot. Like, don't put too much fluff into it, okay? Like, they're trying to make sure that they're just trying to listen to the question that is, they want to know the question or the answer to the question that they asked. So if you have all this fluff and also like you off topic of the question, they're not getting the question. So make sure that you're answering the actual question and not some other question, and not putting so much fluff into it, because it just gets distracting and it's just very hard to really understand the answer, okay? Number 3, make sure, be yourself. Be yourself. Make sure that you're yourself. Colleges want to know who you are, okay? If you don't have the best grades in the whole entire world, you have a 4.0, this is your chance to tell them who you really are. The personal statement is going to be what is going to sell you. That's how I personally feel about it. That's what's going to sell you. So make sure that you're telling them who you are, not some type of version that they want you to be. They want to see different people, different well-rounded people, different types of individuals, different unique people. They don't have the vision of the perfect student. Like, there's no such thing as the perfect student. I feel like back then that maybe the perfect student was who had the best grades. Like, no, be a person that's you. Like, if you got the best grades but you have a great personality, you have great experiences in different aspects of life that's happened to you, definitely like put that in your personal statement. Like, be you, be true to who you are. Like, that's gonna sell you, like, because you're basically selling yourself to a school. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're being truthful to who you are, because like, nobody wants some fake person that is trying to like answer my questions perfectly. Like, be you, like, seriously. The next thing is, when you are finished writing your personal statement or your insight questions, make sure you have somebody read it that is not related to you or knows you very, very well. Now, why am I saying this? Because how the heck can you get feedback and insights on your personal statement if somebody already knows your experience? See, it's not gonna work. Like, you need to have somebody that really doesn't know you read the questions and really, you know, give you some good insights and feedback and comments on that, because they're gonna, you know, they don't know you that well, and they can actually, you know, separate you from what they know about you, if that makes any sense. So make sure that you definitely make sure that you have somebody that doesn't really know you, like a college counselor, or maybe even a tutor if you have one on campus on your high school, or just somebody that doesn't know you like the best, like an acquaintance. Like, I had a lot of acquaintances in my life read my personal statements, and I got a lot of information back, or a lot of good feedback back from them. So make sure you don't, like, I mean, it's good to have like your mom or your sister read your personal statement, you know, they can help you proofread it, but make sure that you have somebody that doesn't really know you that well read your personal statement, definitely, okay? The next thing that goes into an application is the extracurriculums and activities. This is so important. The reason why it's so important is because it's letting the school know like more stuff that you're involved in, like what you like, what's your niche, like what is the things that you do other than just go to school from like what 8 to 3 every single day. They want to know like a lot of stuff about you. So if you are a junior watching this, definitely get some more activities on your resume, or get some more activities for you when you are ready to apply to school. If you are a senior, literally think of anything, like anything that you could think of that you did, make a list and like write it down and make sure you have it on your application, because like the more things that they have activity wise that you have done and that was very passionate to you and that you did for like a long time, like maybe like a year or maybe 6 months, that is important. They want that on there. Like, I was a student body president. It was very hard to get it, but I got it. Definitely put that on my application. I put even like I volunteered for different types of organizations. I put like church stuff, okay? Anything that that you can think of that shows you off and that is very like important to you and that makes you unique, definitely you want to put that on your applications for extracurriculum/activities, because also they're going to ask you to describe those activities, because you know sometimes they don't know what the activity or extracurriculum is all about, so you want to describe it, so you want to make sure that you did it, like you really have done it before. This man is screaming so loud. I am so sorry. Back to the video. Okay. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you put that on your application because it is useful to make you a well-rounded student. Like, also, another thing is people feel like discouraged to apply to like big schools because they don't have, I don't know, a 4.0, or they didn't get their SAT scores high, or their ACT scores weren't the highest out of the class. It is okay. Like I said, especially with my school, they're looking for a well-rounded student. They're looking for a student that, you know, has a lot of different things that they like to do. So if academics is all about them, is cool about them, that's great. But if you have other things going on, like your extracurriculum, if you're, I don't know, an intern, have an internship for a high company, like that is good. Like, don't let that discourage you from applying to whatever school that you want to apply for, unless it's like, I don't know, Ivy League school. Like, I don't know, I've never applied to Ivy League school, so how that pretty much works. But also, like, apply to schools that you like probably don't even think you're gonna get into. Like, I applied to like maybe 2 schools that I really didn't think was gonna get into, and I got into those schools. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Also, don't just apply to like safe schools. What is a safe school? A safe school is a school that you know that you're gonna get into automatically in the back. They always tell you to have some type of safe school just to fall back on. But I personally feel like, yeah, have a safe school, I guess. It makes sense to do that. But also, like, have a school that you don't think that you might really get into. Or have schools that are your passionate schools, and don't just rely on that safe school. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, who's to say if you have to go to your safe school, are you really gonna like that safe school? Make sure it's a safe school also too that you really, really like. Because me, personally, when I first started, the process of college, when I first was in high school, I didn't really get into the schools that I wanted to get into, and I was about to fall back on my safe school, hated my safe school. So I said, forget this, I'm gonna try again. So I went to community college, and then when I applied again, I got into every school that I applied for. So you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure it's a safe school that you really, really like, if you're gonna go that per se route. Next, and the last thing I'll talk about is the FAFSA. This is so important. After you fill out your application and everything is done, everything is set, make sure that you go ahead and fill out that FAFSA form. That is federal financial aid. That is free money from the government, literally. So what I say to students is make sure you put the application in as soon as possible, because you want to get your name in there first, because they're going to give that money out, and you want to make sure you get the first of the good. You feel me? The money. So you want to make sure that you put in your application in early, because you want to get that good money. You feel me? You feel me? I think the application usually opens like the beginning of the year, so like January 1st. Don't quote me. That's when I was in school, that's when it was. So definitely. Oh my God, I forgot one more thing that they're gonna ask you for application. Some schools are gonna ask you for letters of recommendation. I don't think UCs or CSUs ask you for letter of recommendation, but I know a lot of other universities, like state universities, will ask you for a recommendation. How to go about it? Make sure you ask a person to write you a recommendation that actually likes you. If you ask a person that does not really mess with you, like a teacher that you was funking with, or a teacher that you wasn't like, you know, giving the best attention to in class, or was acting off or acting wild, why would you ask them to write your recommendation? Like, that's so stupid. Like, they're not gonna, first, if they even say yes, they'll write your recommendation, like, it's not gonna be all that great. You know what I'm saying? You want to get somebody, you want to get somebody who messes with you to write you a letter of recommendation. Like, seriously. Also, make sure that you ask them early, okay? They have lives too. They have personal lives. Also, they have curriculums that they have to create for their different classes the whole year. So make sure that you ask them early. Like, don't be asking them hecka late in the game, because first it's gonna be a rushed letter of recommendation, and who's to say that they're even gonna say yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you asked me hella late, so I really don't want to write this for you. So make sure that you ask them to write it early for you, or ask ask them in advance, and also give them the prompts too. Like give them like, cause this is what I noticed, like a lot of people that wrote me recommendations over the years, they always ask me to like write them like things that make me unique, things that I'm involved in, different activities that I do, you know. So make sure like you actually like give them a list of who you are, you know, so they can like use that stuff and incorporate it in what they're writing. It's very, very helpful for them. Also, when they write you that letter of recommendation, give them a thank you note. This is really important. Anytime you are working with somebody and somebody is doing something for you, it's important to give them a thank you note, because it shows that you actually really appreciated the time and effort that they put into to actually help you out. And let me tell you something, you never know, you might actually need that teacher in the long run. Like there are teachers that I've had in high school and college that I've actually asked to write me letter of recommendations, or even have helped me on my journey of life. And I definitely like have wrote them thank you letters and have got them gifts from all of their hard work and helping me out. So it's very important to make sure that you write a thank you note to them when you are finished. After they finish writing you a letter of recommendation. Even if you don't use that letter of recommendation, because I asked like 4 teachers and I used, I think maybe 2 of the letters. I still gave them a thank you note because they went out of their day to write this about you. Oh my God, like. So yeah, that is very important. I hope you guys like this video. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to, like I said, put out more college videos, things that you are helpful tips and tricks. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, okay? Definitely comment and tell me more things that y'all want me to talk about as far as college. I'm always open to different ideas. But definitely, yeah, ask me some questions, you know, I'm here, okay? Okay, I am here for you all. I am Zoe with the T. Until next time, bye.